Adam in Sacramento says, Dave, I was in a team meeting when one of my senior leaders challenged me in front of everyone. They weren't rude, but it caught me off guard. How do you handle pushback without embarrassing someone or looking weak? Well, a team meeting would sound like a smaller group of 5 or 10, 15 people or whatever. And if you were in a team meeting in Ramsey, all you would see is pushback. That's all we do. We argue like cats and dogs, and including with me. They argue with me, I argue with them, and passionately. And we don't call anybody names, we don't yell, we don't cuss, we don't scream or anything like that, but we're arguing about which play to run to put the ball in the end zone because we all want to win the Super Bowl. And if that's what they're challenging you about, that should be normalized. I want a real leader with a real backbone to have an opinion and to be safe to speak up without being belligerent and go, hey, I don't agree. What? Come on, man. And I like having a good argument. I get all kinds of good ideas from that. And I'm not, by the time the argument's done, I still own the company. So I could still decide to do whatever I want to do. So I'm not insecure about someone arguing with me. And you're not looking weak if you invite people to argue with you. As a matter of fact, you're looking strong and comfortable in your own skin. So Pat Lencioni's book, The Advantage, is one of my favorite books of his. The thesis of the book is this. Most organizations have really, really good, talented people that know how to do what they're doing. I mean, if you reach a certain level of success, you've got some thoroughbreds in the stable in leadership, and those thoroughbreds know what to do. The thing that differentiates people, one company from another company, is not whether one has talent and one doesn't. Both of them usually have talent on board. The differentiator is always the organization. The one that has the advantage is the title of the book. The one that has the advantage is the one that does conflict well and that does organizational mental health, which allows someone to speak up and challenge any idea. Now, what we don't do is we don't challenge someone's character in public in front of someone else. We don't challenge someone's personal behavior or competency or something like that in front of everyone else. That's not what we're doing. That's just name calling in a situation like that. But challenging the idea that's on the table, hey, I think there's another way to do this. I don't like that. Let's talk that through. Help convince me here. I don't want leaders that are yes people. I want leaders that speak their mind and they'll add value to the conversation, but I also want them to be able to stand down and get in line once we've all discussed it. And once we've all discussed it, I'll look at the room and go, okay, I think the consensus I'm hearing is such and such about this particular idea. And the room will look at me and go, yeah, that's the consensus. And then whoever's not in agreement with that falls in line at that point, because now the decision's made. And now we're not going to go back and challenge it 6 times. But we put some really difficult and emotional things in the middle of those tables over the years and have argued them through, come to a consensus. Sometimes the consensus decision was wrong, but we did it together, and we did it with an openness of dialogue that allowed healthy conflict, that allowed healthy organizational mental health, where everyone's safe, but also cares deeply about the outcome. So this guy arguing with you, he cares. She cares about your company. She cares about the customer. She cares about what's going on. If she's not being political or personal, then I want more of her or more of him. I want the whole room to act that way. And as a matter of fact, when they don't, I'll challenge them. So, but I don't know exactly what you were challenged on, but if you were challenged on ideas, good. If you were challenged on your character or something in front of all of them, that wouldn't have gone well for that person in a public meeting. That would have ended abruptly, and then there would have been a private meeting following that didn't go well, because we're not going to do that. And I wouldn't do that to them either, by the way, in that setting. So no, No, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I think you want to invite more of it and pick up Lencioni's book, The Advantage. It gives you an advantage if your organization embraces discussion, argument over the best idea, the best play to call to win the game. And that's what we're looking for in those situations. Good question, Adam. Thanks for writing that in.